Welcome, everyone. Welcome into today's Earth Signs live readings for November 6th through November 12th of 2022. So, today we're going to look at Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We're going to put some tarot and astrology together and come up with some spiritual guidance for all this energy that we're dealing with. I see Sandra is here. I see Facebook coming in. I don't see Twitch yet. Don't forget, guys, we are streaming on all three platforms at the same time. Sandra, let me know. Sound is okay. All right. So we are going to talk about the astrology a little bit, guys. I do have a picture to show you guys today. Yesterday, we tried to go through here and talk about this lunar eclipse, and there really wasn't nothing to look at. So today, I have gotten us a picture. Let me pull it up just really quickly. Thank you, Sandra. All right, so here it is, guys. This is what we're talking about. This is what's happening. All right, so this is November 6th through November 12th. I do want to say, guys, really quickly when we jump into the astrology, Mars is retrograde. Mars went retrograde on October 30th. Mars does not go retrograde all the time. And that is why we are dealing with some really heavy energy. Mars is that masculine planet. So yes, guys, that's definitely what's happening, and it's happening with everyone. But let's talk about the Taurus full blood moon lunar eclipse. So this eclipse is going to go on, guys, for 4 hours and 46 minutes. Can you believe that? It's going to be on November 8th. So I know you guys can see the UTC time. I got this picture from NASA. I probably should have posted that on there. But they use UTC time, and UTC time is it's a universal time. It's coordinated with the solar time, and it's a whole other show just explaining that. But many of you guys will remember Greenwich time, right? And this is just the successor is UTC time. It just means it's more correct, more accurate. So as you look at the screen there, you can see that the greatest um the the total eclipse is going to be at 10:59. Do you guys see it in the middle of the screen there? All right, so 10:59 is 4:59 a.m. Central Standard Time. And that's when it's going to be at its greatest eclipse at 4:59 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm in Illinois, guys, so you can use that and then coordinate in your time zone what time that eclipse is going to be best for you. Because we are going to be able to see it here in the U.S., guys, and that's really it's going to be a really nice thing to look at. I just want to say we normally don't get such a good view, the U.S. and Hawaii, but we'll talk more about that a little bit later. I do want to mention the blood moon. I feel like this picture really explains what the blood moon means. As you can see that, so the outer circle, the inner circle is the earth, right? It's what's causing the shadow, and the moon is moving into the earth's shadow. So it's the sun, the earth, the moon, right? And when the moon moves into the earth's shadow, that's what causes the eclipse. And that's what gives it that red color. And that's why they call it the blood moon. Guys, this can only happen when a full moon is at its peak close to a node. And this particular Taurus moon is in Taurus with the North Node. So that's why this particular eclipse is so impactful. It's going to be very, very red. All right, so this is the last lunar eclipse of 2022. I know I used a little what do they call that? Clickbait. Hi, Miss L. I did that purposely, guys. So it is the last one of 2022. So let's go back and look at the last one. Do you guys remember the last lunar eclipse was May 16th of 2022? We talk about it on the channel all the time because it was very strong and impactful for us and collectively in our tribe here with Purple Lunar Rose Tarot. It's definitely when we were working with codependency and breaking away from codependency. Hi, Miss Tina. So that particular lunar eclipse was very, very difficult, right? This particular lunar eclipse is not going to be much different. But here's what I'm going to say, guys. It's about alignment. It's realigning you where you need to be. That's why these things happen. That's the whole reason, right? So if we've strayed, I call it strayed, or I call it causing delays. Some people call it make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? It just really depends on how you look at it. If that happens, the more we've done it, the more it's happened, the more we have to be pulled back into alignment. And so that's why it feels heavier. And for some people, it's very, very difficult. And I don't want to step on any toes here. I don't want anybody to be hard on themselves because, guys, there's really no such thing as a mistake. In my opinion, I don't feel that there's such a thing, because a mistake is something that you had to make in order to learn something, in order to have that knowledge further down the journey, further down the path of your journey, right? So everyone's life is going to be different, and everyone's going to experience some what they call mistakes. I like to call them delays. It just means that things are being delayed a little longer than normal. So this particular lunar eclipse, Taurus, is going to be very similar to the one we experienced in May with the Scorpio. It's about massive spiritual shifts. That's what you're experiencing right now. And whether you're spiritual or you're religious or you're not spiritual at all, I feel like you're not going to be here watching if you're not spiritual. But whether you are or not, it's like the whole planet is having to deal with this, right? That's what astrology is. It's everyone all together. And again, guys, the North Node, it's really important that you understand that this lunar eclipse is happening in Taurus, and the North Node is also in Taurus. So it's showing you that everything happens for a reason. It's showing you that you're where you're supposed to be, and it's showing you how it is that you're coming into alignment. And so all these big words, I'm going to break it down like Sandra kind of does for us sometimes, right? What it means is that back in May, you decided that this life was too hard, too difficult. Something about it was too much. You didn't like it. You wanted something better for yourself. But what you wanted that was better for yourself in that time period, you weren't able to actually manifest in on that timeline. So what happened is you use the eclipse season to, what I like to call, fast forward or timeline jump into a timeline that manifestation comes in easier for you. Again, the more delays that you've caused in your journey, the harder this can be, the more challenging this can seem. Okay. But that's what's happening. Everyone is aligning to where they're supposed to be. Is it difficult? Yes. Is it challenging? Yes. Some people have said it's actually painful, like physically painful for them. I can see that. I understand that. And all I can say here right now is you're not alone, guys. That's the whole point of why I come out here every week and talk to you guys, is because I'm learning this stuff. I want you guys to learn this stuff so you can see that it's not just Miss Tina sitting in her house. You know what I'm saying? It's not just Miss L sitting at her house. It's not just Sandra. You see what I'm saying? It's so many of us. So many of us are experiencing these things. So, yes, guys, it's important you understand that we're all here for each other. And I love so much how so many of you have made friendships outside of Purple Lunar Rose Tarot, which was exactly the purpose of everything, right? So it means we're definitely on the right track. So let's talk about the fun part of this eclipse, right? The viewing. And again, if you're in Northern America, in the United States, wherever, in Hawaii, those are going to be the planets that are, I mean, the planets, the places, and that you're going to be able to see this eclipse the best. Again, I'm using the UTC time from NASA there. Some people, remember that Greenwich time, same type of thing, right? And where it says 10:59, that's going to be 4:59 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm in Illinois, guys. So you should be able now to coordinate with your time zone, and you should be able to see that at the greatest point, which means it's going to be in the deepest part and where it's going to be the reddest, right? All right. I think that is all I wanted to talk about astrology wise. Let me get the picture down. All right. Let me get my timestamps. We are going to timestamp, Sky. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. I always timestamp, guys. I know we had that one where we didn't. I was sick. I mean, that was really rare situation. But anytime you come in to watch the replay, just thank you for coming back to watch my video. But make sure to check in the description box, and then you can click on Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and it will take you where you want to go. All right, so today when I was getting ready, I went to pull out the same cards that we used yesterday. And normally what I do, guys, when I'm picking the cards, in case you guys ever wondered, I go through the astrology, like what's happening, and then I find the deck that I feel is going to help more with what's happening, right? But a lot of times Spirit will say that something's happening and I need to use a specific deck of cards. And I do feel like when that happens, it's interesting to me. I'm starting to catch on, guys. I've been doing this. We're over 2 years now. I love the 111. I've seen it on my screen all day. But so normally it's because someone is coming in. Someone will see it. Someone will watch the video, even if they're not here on the live. And it's important that the message gets to them. I don't know why Spirit pinpoints certain people, but I do know that that is true. And the reason I know that is because, again, I've been doing this so long that I've started to pay more attention, and I noticed that they come in the Etsy shop. Guys, the Etsy shop sale has ended, so I hope you guys took advantage of the 20% off sale. If you didn't, don't worry, there'll be another one. I believe Cyber Sale is 20% off, and it's starting on November 17th. Merch is what's on sale right now. Merch, all the merch store for PLR is 20% off your total price. So yes, guys, make sure to check out the merch. That's where I got my PLR cup. I miss it so much. I know you guys are wondering like where it's at. Remember, I used to keep it on my desk. I broke it when we moved. So yeah, I gotta get me another one. Now it's the perfect time. All right. So anyway, when I was getting ready, I pulled out the Heal Yourself reading cards. This is what we're going to use for energy of the week. I feel like that is going to be where the focus is going to be for this new person that watches this. And then the energy oracle is what I'm going to use for our main spread. And then of course, my favorite, the angel and ancestors oracle is what we're going to use for guidance. I of course will close it out with the moonology oracle, and we're going to clarify with the purple cards. All right. That is good, Miss L. That is very good. Insurance is crazy here in the US. Like I just think it's nuts. All right, here we go. Let me timestamp because I almost forgot. Have mercy. Let's do Taurus. Let's do 1343 because I waited for it. All right, Taurus. So this is going to be for the week of November 6th through November 12th. I got me a little book for my timestamps, and I didn't like it. The little pages rip out too easily, and I need to keep a record so that I can go back, you know what I mean, in case something happens, and I need to be able to timestamp pull one up in case I missed it. Sometimes I forget to put them in the description box, guys. But it's rare. It's rare. All right, Taurus. So we did talk about the astrology a whole bunch at the beginning of the video. That lunar eclipse is very important. It is going to be very significant, regardless of what journey you're on. But I was drawn, I don't know who it's for, whether it's going to be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, to change the cards up a little bit. So I do feel that Spirit's asked me to use the Heal Yourself reading cards today. So that's what we're going to use for energy of the week. All right, so we have how teachable are you coming out. So definitely learning some big lessons right now for sure. We kind of talked about that a little bit. I touched on it. I said that we're all realigning. That's what happens when eclipses happen. That's why people feel they're challenging Taurus, because the more you've strayed from the path that your soul chose for this lifetime, the more alignment that's needed, the more challenging the eclipse season can be. All right, Taurus, let's see. How far have you strayed? Oh, far. Wow. A lot further than I expected. So the sixth chakra comes out, not the seventh chakra, interesting enough. That would be about as far as you can stray, right, Taurus? All right, so patience is on the bottom. I do feel like Spirit's asking you to be patient with yourself. I feel like Spirit is actually being patient with you right now, Taurus. That's really interesting. Please don't shoot the messenger. I definitely feel like the earth signs are going to get a little bit of a spiritual, what's a nice word of saying it? Nudge. Okay, so here we go. The how teachable are you? Again, I do feel your main energy of the week is going to be about massive life lessons. Again, we're in eclipse season. We talked about it. It's Taurus, right? So, I mean, you're really going to get it. It's like if you've done the job, if you've done the things, Taurus, and you've already aligned yourself, and before this got here, well, then this isn't going to be that difficult. And you're probably listening to me like, I don't know what you're talking about. But if you're a Taurus and you are dealing with some challenging moments, some heavy energy, some emotional energy also I'm feeling deeply, then most likely you have strayed pretty far. The sixth chakra is the third eye. So the third eye is where you receive your information. It's where you receive the downloads, right? It's how you see. It's your knowing, okay? And so what's happened, Taurus, is I feel like you had a knowing, and I've been getting this energy, right? Like this Taurus energy of someone who is trying to like, I even use the phrase spread the word, but it's like they're trying to spread unconditional love, right? Everywhere they go. And so that tells me that this Taurus has awakened. That means this Taurus has knowledge, right? And when you have that knowledge and then you go against it or you don't use it, then that's the delay, right? Or like people call the mistake, right? And then what happens is you kind of get um um you're straying from your path. And so when the eclipse happens, eclipses are like when spirit kind of reaches out, or the universe, or however, whatever label you want to put on it, and says, hey, Taurus, you've went too far, you need to come back here. And so when I will say, I did feel like this is a big one, Taurus, because it's it's your knowing. I mean, you know what you're doing and you're still doing it. So that's pretty interesting to me. Victory is here, and victory is going to be in lesson learned, and victory is going to be just that. Again, I'm getting the impression, or like the feeling, that this Taurus is very spiritual, very in contact with spirit, very united. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like what you're doing, Taurus, it's like that it's causing you to pull away. Door to value is here. There's something, whatever this is that's causing you to do this, Taurus, you have to ask yourself, what is the value here? Are you willing to let your value fly out this door for whatever is causing you to stray so far off the path? All right. Again, please don't shoot the messenger. Panda person bot. I wonder if that's like a bot. Did I get a bot on there? Is it a real person? I don't even know the Twitch. There's so much to learn on Twitch. I feel like I'm never going to get it all. All right. So the sixth chakra, the archangel, again, I do feel like this is downloads, third eye. You've had a third eye awakening, and it's like there's a little rebellion going on. I do feel like it is something to do with like an interference. I'm definitely picking up an interference But it's like, you see the violin in the picture? I don't know if you can see it, Taurus, but it's not about learning how to play the violin. The violin is her creativity, right? The creativity is her purpose. And it's like, you're not following your purpose. You've allowed something to hinder you in some way. So we have the 2 of Wands and we have the 8 of Wands. Okay, so whatever it is, I feel like you're going to have to make a decision very quickly. The 2 of Wands is always, to me, about a very important decision needs to be made. This isn't something that's like willy-nilly here, Taurus. I feel like it's something that's very important. 8 of Wands says you need to make the decision very quickly. I feel like if you don't make the decision very quickly, things are going to start to change for you very quickly. It's possible you literally start to see money go out the door. And then we have Knight of Swords coming on the victory card and Knight of Wands. So the Knights are messengers. You got 2 Knights here. One is of communication and one is of action. Knight of Swords is normally what I would say is my clue card for the breakaway or break up type of energy. I'm not telling anyone to go break up with anybody. I'm just saying that clearly Spirit is saying that you need to speak some sort of clarity to someone, because the Knights are you. This is you going somewhere, you being courageous enough to go talk to someone and say what it is that you need to say. And the Wands are about action. So you're still talking, but now you're talking to them about taking an action. So, I mean, again, you can't make it up. 2 and 2 is 4. You need to break away from something that's toxic, unhealthy, and you already know this. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. All right, let's look at door to value. What happens? Do you let the money fly out the door? Look at all the Knights. Knight of Pentacles comes out and the Magician. All right, so someone's manipulating you for your money. I mean, I can't do. Am I making this stuff up, guys? Like, please, somebody back me up. I just happened to realize that I know a Taurus and it's totally going down, but it's like, I swear, I mean, come on. The Magician is about manipulation, right? And remember, guys, I don't read reversal, so I know it's not upside down, but that's definitely the energy, right? Knight of Pentacles is it's how you make your work. It's the work you're willing to put in, right? So how you make your money, and it's almost like you're being manipulated about your money. So it tells me, and I see the money going out the door. I mean, come on, 2 and 2 is 4. So Taurus, I don't know who or what you're throwing your money at, but I feel like you already know that it is not a good thing. I just want to say really quickly, 6 of Wands was on the bottom. 6 of Wands is also a victory. So you've already been victorious. Will you be victorious again? All right, Taurus, let's do some guidance. And I'm just going to pull one and I'm going to read it out of the book. All right, so we have the Earth Guardian. Stay rooted and grounded. No way. Echo on YouTube. Hello. All right, so let's look at the Earth Angel. All right, stay rooted and grounded, Taurus. The message is take time to connect deeply with the energy of the earth so that you can feel supported and make decisions based on strength and integrity. I hope that's helpful. All right, Taurus, let's close it out with the Moonology Oracles. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I'd be silly to say that you're not emotional, right? But you're definitely in your thoughts. I feel like you know what you need to do, but you're scared to do it. And I don't know why. I don't know why you're scared to do it. So somebody tell me. All right, a new romantic cycle begins. It's new moon in Libra. Okay, so I'd be lying to you guys if I didn't say that I think this is a relationship. I think there's definitely someone out there. There's going to be a Taurus that has some sort of unhealthy relationship. Okay, let's say you're watching and you're not even a Taurus. Go look on your birth chart. What is in the house of Taurus on your birth chart? You see what I'm trying to say? All right, the energy is gaining momentum. Also came out the waxing moon and Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Guys, remember the North Node is in Taurus right now. This eclipse is in Taurus right now. You understand? You have your North Node is where you're going. Your South Node is where you came from. Taurus, it says, don't let your past hold you back. The South Node. No joke. Wow. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, please like, comment, subscribe, all those very good things. I'm going to clean up really quickly, guys, and then we will jump to Virgo. I do got a little bit of a feeling that all three earth signs, there's something up. Echo. Oh, the karmic. We're all dealing with karmic energy. All of us. Every single person on the planet is dealing with karmic energy, whether it's theirs or someone else's. Ooh, Echo says North Node is Virgo and South Node and Sun is Libra. Nice. I love it when people know their chart. She said it's my moon. I wonder what was the moon. I'm going to have to go take a peek. Let me see. Ronaldo Della Pena. Let me see. Oh, I feel like I missed it. No, that's wrong. Ascending is Virgo. All right. The astrology is no joke. No joke. Once you start learning, though, it's like you can't stop, right? Look at that. It says it's been going 3 years on the wrong time. That's okay. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. I've been going 3 years on the wrong time. Also, Echo, how super weird is this? I love the synchronicities in my journey. I just love spirit. I'm so grateful for this journey, I can tell you. But anyway, so I was going, if you guys notice on all my stuff, it says that I'm a Capricorn moon. And that's because when I first started learning about astrology, I was a Capricorn moon. But I recently got my birth time and I was on the cusp of Sagittarius in Capricorn. So as soon as I got my time, I am now a Sagittarius moon. And Sagittarius is the only thing, I mean, the moon is the only thing that I have in Sagittarius. Is that not crazy? But it is at the cusp. So anytime you're on the cusp, you kind of get both. And then really, you get a little mixture of both, right? So really, even if your time was wrong, like I don't feel like it's necessarily changed much in what I've learned, because it was right there on that cusp, right? Said it fell down into the rabbit hole. Yes. Yes, miss out. Actually, that's why I have started the Vedic. And so when I first started learning astrology, I started learning the Western way because I thought that was easier. I mean, I think it is for some people to learn. But when you're trying, like after you've got the basics, I don't know. It was easier for me to start picking up on the Vedic. But then I started watching, Sandra turned me to the KRS channel. I don't know if you guys have checked him out yet. But I don't know. There's just something about that man's voice that I can listen to him for hours. And I swear it's like the information just like soaks into my brain. It's super weird, right? But yeah, I used to watch this other gentleman which I still enjoy watching. But it's I don't know. He's a little older and he talks a little slower, and my brain's a little quicker than that. So sometimes I get a little bored listening. That type of thing with the KRS channel. Yeah, Sandra, what is his name? We need to figure out like what his actual name is. So we're not just saying with the channel guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it definitely he speaks a little faster, a little bit more my pace. And I feel like I can soak in that information. So yeah, we're definitely going to start going more towards the Vedic as I do feel like it is going to be more accurate for sure. And honestly, when I'm learning about the astrology, um, I tap into all resources, all resources. I feel like we all should, right? We should all be doing that. Oh, that's so interesting, Echo. Yep, you're gonna have a heck of a time, right? But yes, guys, you don't necessarily need your time of birth. It does make it a lot more accurate, of course. It is better if you have it, but you don't have to have it. All right, let's get to Virgo. I feel like I'm talking too much. All right, 3148 for Virgo. Timestamps. I guess that's what the timestamps are for, right? All right, Virgo, this is going to be November 6th through November 12th. We do have that Taurus blood moon lunar eclipse on November 8th. It's going to be at its what is the word I'm looking for? Greatest eclipse moment at 4:59 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm here in Illinois. So now you can use that time, Virgo, to coordinate your own timing. All right, so I think Virgo is the reason that we pulled the Heal Yourself reading cards out. That's what I'm hearing. Here we go. All right, so Virgo, I was definitely drawn to change the cards up a little bit, and I do feel like it was for you. So let's see what it's about. Let's see. This is going to be energy of the week. Okay, I gotta breathe. Virgo. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna read them, okay? This happened with Taurus. I felt like it's a little bit of a little nudge from spirit to get on the right path. That type of situation. You have the number 11. Take your mask off. So Virgo, it tells me several things. One, it tells me that most likely you're on a twin flame journey. I know nobody likes using those words, but that's what it is. You have some sort of spiritual bond, spiritual connection to someone. You're on a journey that has purpose. It's what I'm here. That's what I do. Hi. But your purpose is definitely to remind others, right, of who they are and what their purpose is and what they're doing, and to help other twins realize they're not alone, all of those types of things. But I think you're wearing a mask. It says take your mask off. So it's like you're wearing a mask that says, I'm normal. I'm like everyone else. And I feel like that's what the issue is. On the bottom, Phoenix rising. So I could be talking to a Virgo that's like on the brink of that Phoenix rising, right? It's like you've timeline jumped. You're here. Your manifestations can come in, but just like everyone else, Virgo, we've gotten here and we're a little bit panicky, and we're like, do we really deserve this? Are we really supposed to be doing this? And Virgo, yes, you are. And you already know this. I'm not telling you something that you don't already know. But what you don't know is that you don't believe that spirit sees your mask. And I don't know how else to say that. I feel like you think that as long as you do something or stay in a certain, maybe if you stay in the light, then it's okay. There's a difference between you have purpose. And so the more you run from that purpose, the more challenging things are going to get. So I do feel like now that you're here and these things are starting to come in and you're starting to see that you're going to have to take this mask off and show people who you really are. And that's just going to be a very spiritual being, right? It's going to be a lot different than what people, probably recognize you as. I imagine you are going to be someone, and I'm just assuming here, guessing, that you're going to be someone who is like, I'm seeing like a mom in the pickup line. You buy the car that so and so has, because everyone has this car, and you live in this town because where everybody lives, and you live in this kind of house because that's what kind of house everybody gets. And you're just trying to. I don't feel like you're trying to stick out in any way. You're just trying to like blend in. And that's not meant for you, Virgo. You clearly have something powerful, something you're supposed to be helping people do, and Spirit's not going to let you just sit. All right, so let's pull some energy oracle, and let's see what is the challenge or obstacle right now for Virgo 11/6 through 11/12. All right, so we have Door to Romance coming out. So this could have something to do with a relationship. I'm not sold just yet. It's number 33. So you have 1133. We have 38. We have the fourth chakra. I take it all back. It's definitely about a relationship. Now we have the heart chakra here. And we have attachment. And ooh, I got the goosebumps. Virgo, look at the attachment picture. Taking the mask off. Ooh, the goosebumps. If you could see my hair right now. And on the bottom, the goddess moon, my favorite card on the box, right? It's definitely about your intuition. So again, this is going to be the main theme for the earth signs. I can already tell. Virgo, you're doing something and you already know that you're doing it. So again, I'm not telling you something you don't know. And the same thing happened for Taurus. And I'm going to use Taurus a little bit as an example. Taurus came off to me the energy as someone who was very spiritual and awakened and choosing to rebel. I don't recommend that to anyone. And I feel like if you come across other spiritual people, I don't even want to use that word, other awakened people, awakened in spirituality, it's different. And the other awakened people, I feel like you're going to see that they're not going against the grain. Like they're not going, it's not against the grain. They're not going against spirit. They're not going against the universe. They're working with the energy instead of working against the energy, right? And that's how come their life is calmer and easier and their road is smoother. Your road may be bumpy because you're working like against the energy. Door to Romance says that you have your heart locked away in a cage. So again, I'm getting this feeling of everything's okay. Something's not bothering me. I'm not going to let anyone know that my heart feels like this, right? The fourth chakra is here in lesson learned. So what this tells me is that you have already had a heart chakra awakening. And you're like, what is that, Rosa? Virgo, it's going to be that very painful tearing open of the heart after some sort of loss. That means that this person may not be with you any longer. This could be physically here in this plane, or this could be like they've broken up and they've moved away or whatever, right? And now what's happened is you've held your heart in this cage and refuse to give it to anyone else. And here's kind of what I'm picking up, Virgo. It's very possible that you experienced a twin flame at a very early age, which is kind of unusual for our tribe. We tend to do it more in our early 20s to early 30s. So there's definitely, like a little bit of time difference here is what I'm getting. So Virgo, that's going to make you a little bit different here in our tribe, right? And so what I'm getting is that like when that happened, instead of learning the lesson, instead of learning, oh, well, that was my twin and I experienced this with this person so that I could take that and go forward in my soul's path, in my soul's journey, right? And you didn't. You see what I mean? You just decided not to do that. There was something you were attached to, whether that was like, this could be like your reputation. Maybe you're someone that a lot of people know, and you're like, I didn't want people to know that I went through this experience. You see what I'm saying? And here's one thing I can tell you about the twin flame journey. Are you ready? If you go through it and you start to follow your purpose, you will speak your truth. And I know people are like, what does that mean? It means you have to go out into the world and tell people what happened to you. I know, right? Some of you were in my twin flame class that we did where I spoke my truth, right? And I spoke my testimony, or however you want to say it, and I told everyone what happened. It's painful, it's excruciating, and we go our whole lives trying to hide these painful, excruciating things from people, and we help no one by doing that. We don't help ourselves by doing that, and we don't help anyone else by doing that. So there's definitely something here, Virgo, where you're trying to hide something. I feel like you're trying to hide some sort of attachment to something. Most likely it's your feelings towards that person. You didn't ever go through the like the learning process. You never understood that it wasn't about the person, but it's about the purpose. You see what I'm saying? You stayed more on the person, and now things are challenging. Now things are getting difficult. So it's frustrating to me when the readings are like this. I like to come out here every week and be like, Virgo, you're going to have a great week. You know what I mean? I would love to be able to do that every single time, but then I wouldn't be following my purpose, right? All right, so let's look at door to romance. I see the comments going over there, guys. I'm not ignoring them. Please believe me. I just like to focus when I'm doing the readings, and then I will go back and try to catch up. All right, let's look at door to romance. Why is this heart locked away? All right, so we have the 10 of Wands coming out, and we have the Ace of Pentacles coming out. So this is all about where you're putting your focus. So the reason you can't start anew, right? Or the reason that you can't give this heart to someone else, or the whole heart. I feel like you've given part of it, but some of it is locked away. The reason that is again where you're putting your focus. The reason that you can't like let open the gate and just let the cage and let the heart come out fully is again because of where you're putting your focus. So it tells me, Virgo, that throughout this whole time, however many years this has been, you have been attached to this person, right? And that's why as you went on, maybe you even like compared them to new people. Like you met someone and you're like, oh, nope, he's not like that person, so I'm not doing that. And something like that is kind of what I'm picking up. It's also possible that even if you did meet someone, like maybe you never gave them a clean slate. Maybe you never gave them like an opportunity to show you that they were different. The 10 of Wands is an ending and the Ace is a new beginning, right? So it's like you never let that, there's a blur. There's not like a clean cut. You see what I'm trying to say? Fourth chakra coming out. We have the Knight of Pentacles coming out. And then we have the King of Wands coming out. So Knight of Pentacles is something you've been doing for a long time. And King of Wands is about confidence in yourself, confidence in what you're capable of doing. And again, I feel like you experienced that heart chakra and you knew that you had the Knight of Pentacles is also lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Virgo, in the Etsy shop, I've been picking up a lot on past life, energies, right? And so what I'm getting is that most of you are tapping into your past life energies. And what that means is you're probably experiencing things that you can't really understand, or you're even actually understanding it and you're starting to dig into it. Maybe some of you are getting past life readings. You see what I'm saying? Something like that. But it's like you don't understand fully what you're capable of just yet. Attachment is here. We have the Six of Swords. That is going to be not what I wanted to see. There's the Queen of Pentacles. All right. So what I'm getting now is it's difficult for you to break away from the attachment, the thing that you have. You feel like the Queen of Pentacles is about resources and finding new resources, but it's also about being your own resource. I think you feel like you can't do something without this person. Maybe you know you're a twin. Maybe I was wrong about that. Maybe you know that you're a twin and you have this counterpart, one soul, guys, remember, but you have this counterpart and you're like, I felt more powerful when I was with this person. I felt more like I could do more. I'm capable of more when I was with this situation. It's like now you don't feel like you're capable anymore. That's what you're breaking away from. That's what you're being guided to break away from. The Death card is on the bottom. So we have the Death card is definitely going to be some strong Scorpio energy, but it's also about transformation. It's time to change. Which tells me, Virgo, that it's very possible there could be someone you already know. If I'm talking to like a single Virgo, like you already know this person is attracted to you or interested in you, but it's like you keep them at bay. If you're in a relationship, it's like you know that you keep your person at bay. It's like you know that your heart's locked away and you're not able to give them the whole heart. We have the Druid. This is hold space. So this whole time we've got attachments. Take your mask off. I definitely got like Spirit was trying to tell you to break away from the situation. I don't think you're supposed to break. We can't break away from the situation, right? How many times have you guys tried to cut cords? Anybody, anybody ever tried to do those little rituals? They don't work, right? And then you're stuck and you're still experiencing the same things. And the reason that is because if it was that easy and we could just be like, oh, this is too hard. I don't want to be attached to this thing. I'm going to cut this cord. Well, we'd never hear about this. As soon as something got hard or difficult, we'd cut and run, right? So I'm definitely kind of getting that Spirit is asking you to hold space. That is what we're supposed to be doing, right? When we're on the journey. But you're not supposed to be focused on the person. And I think that's where the situation is. But let's pull out the book and let's look up. All right, so the Druid message says, hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong, knowing you are where you're supposed to be. All right, Virgo, I'm going to close it out with the Moonology Oracle. A time to give rather than take. It's the new moon in Virgo. Adjustments are required. It's the third quarter moon. And prosperity lies ahead. It's the new moon in Taurus. Not the full moon, but the new moon. I do believe this eclipse is going to be very impactful. I do believe, Virgo, that you're going to finally release some sort of stagnant energy that's been holding you up from being able to manifest the things that you're wanting to come in. All right, Virgo, I hope that was helpful. If it was, please hit that like button, like, share, comment, subscribe, all those very, very good things. I'm going to clean up really quickly, guys, and then we will jump to the last one, Capricorn. I feel like I missed out on a great conversation. Thank you, Sandra. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, Ronaldo says it best. Time to move on and start again from scratch. That's really what we're trying to do all the time, isn't it? It's funny. I was telling Sandra this morning, I watched that Samadhi video. I know you guys have heard of it. It comes in 3 different parts. I finished part 1 and 2. I have seen it all before, but I thought it would be a good thing to like review a little bit right now, especially, you know, with all this astrology going on. And it's interesting because the first video, I believe it's the first one, talks about how that's what samadhi is the releasing of all beliefs, right? It's like it's letting everything go, right? So it's interesting that you said that. All right, guys, so we have Capricorn last. We'll do the same way. What am I missing here? It's not knowing that my twin flame will do the same. That scares me. We'll do the same what? We'll do the same journey. We'll do the same actions. Well, the answer to that is it's really none of our concern. And I know that hurts and it makes people mad. And I'm not trying to hurt or make you mad. I just want you to understand that it's about your purpose. Once you start following your purpose, you won't really care what your counterpart is doing. Will they be healing? Absolutely. Will they be healing at the same rate that you are? Not always. Not always. I know. I'm against the grain, right? What'd she say? All right, Capricorn, let's get started. Capricorn, let's do 5220 because I seen it. I'm waiting for the 2s. 5222 for Capricorn. November 6th through November 12th. So we did talk about the eclipse coming on the 8th at the beginning of the video. I do recommend watching that, Capricorn. The energy has lightened. Thank goodness. Taurus and Virgo energy was super like pushed down. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you know, almost like they were in trouble. So I'm kind of interested to see what comes out for Capricorn. We're going to use the Heal Yourself reading cards. All right, Capricorn, you have the Patience. You also have the Lady at the Well. I love that. The Lady at the Well story. I'm not going to get into religion. Every religion has some beautiful stories. But the Lady at the Well is definitely a good one. And it talks about how, well, let's just not even get into it. It doesn't matter. It's going to be about patience, and you're number 23. So I do feel that you're going to have to work with some patience. You're waiting on something. I just feel like whatever it is that you're waiting on is meant for you, Capricorn. It's meant for you. It's coming. It's almost here. And I feel like you have this little bit of a feeling like, no, it's not meant for me. The Lady at the Well, right? And it's like, no, I'm not good enough for it. It's never going to come. Something like that. All right, let's do the main spread with the energy oracle for Capricorn. And I'm going to use... Ooh, look at that. Challenge or obstacle, Angel of Love. So this does have something to do with love. Look at Capricorn's cards just wanting to come out. Beautiful. On the bottom, the garden and the gate. All right, let's talk about the garden and the gate really quickly. Capricorn, you're definitely trying to do something on love, but I'm getting a little bit like I'll be surprised if we don't see it, the Eight of Swords. We're getting a little bit of self-restriction here. So the garden and the gate is the card that says you're in this garden and the gate is locked. There's a gate, there's a lock down there on the gate. You probably can't see it. But she's wearing a key. She's very content to stay in this garden. She doesn't want to go anywhere else. She doesn't want to do anything else. She's safe here. She's like, look at the journey card. Ooh, interesting. Capricorn, are you on a twin journey? Anyway, so the garden and the gate says she's safe there. It says there's this huge expansion out here, spirits out here, but it's like, no, I don't want to go out there. I don't know. I can't see. So I'm just going to stay right here where I can see everything is pretty, right? So a little bit of self-restriction, like Eight of Swords type of energy, right? And then we've seen the rest and rejuvenation. Like, I'm not moving and you can't make me. All right. So then we have number 49, Angel of Love. It says that this angel comes down, Capricorn, whenever something like whenever you're needing unconditional love. Whenever unconditional love is needing to be taught, like maybe you don't understand. Capricorn, I feel like you love someone else. You're giving your love to someone else. And I feel like the reason Spirit's making you wait so long, are you ready? Here we go. Somebody's going to have to talk about the story about the lady at the well, because here we go again. Just like her, you're going to sit there and wait. And you'll wait until you understand your own worth. And there's definitely something about that here. Woman holding a heart is in lesson learned. It's number 44. And it says that this, whenever you see this card, that there's a woman that comes into your environment and teaches you about unconditional love. I feel like that has happened or could be happening right now for some of you, Capricorn. And then the world is here. So the world card talks about, of course, new opportunities opening up for you. It also talks about how you've kind of been through it, right, Capricorn? You've been through it, and it's like you've been protected this whole time. And it's because it talks about how Spirit has watched you go through your journey, stray from your path, get as far as you have. Again, the lady at the well, right? And you know what I'm saying? And it's like you've strayed so far, and now that you are trying to come back, now that you're trying to find your worth, now that you're trying to seek and understand unconditional love, I feel like that's when the opportunities that you've been waiting for so patiently come in. I did see that garden and the gate though. So I feel like when the opportunity comes in, Capricorn, are you going to take it? All right, guys. Angel of Love. Why is Angel of Love here in your challenges or obstacles? Something about unconditional love. We have the Three of Pentacles. This is about teamwork. It's about working together with someone. It's about putting the effort in. It's about respecting each other and respecting each other's opinions and decisions. We have the Moon card here. I feel like there's some sort of emotions, feelings, but I just want to say it's an illusion. That's the moon all the time, all day, every day. So it's like there's some sort of illusion that you either can't work with someone, you're not like a good teammate for someone, something like that. And I don't think that it's you thinking that they're not a good teammate for you. I don't get that at all. I feel like it's you, Capricorn. That's why the angel is in your challenges or obstacle. Otherwise, it would be in your person's challenge or obstacle, whatever sign they are, unless you're dating a Capricorn too. You know what I mean? And then it gets a little difficult, right? But woman holding a heart in lesson learned. I do feel this is so. When I made this spread, I made this position to help you with this card over here, right? So I do feel like this is something you've already learned. The woman holding a heart. Again, I do feel like someone has taught you what unconditional love is, but do you believe it? Is really kind of what I'm getting. We have the Three of Pentacles and the Lover. So Capricorn, there's clearly an issue here, and there could be like a third party involved. Someone could be in the twin journey. We did see the journey card, right? So I'm definitely getting a little bit of okay, so let's just say it. Ready? I am on the twin journey, and my soulmate is a Capricorn, right? So here we are. And everybody is like, does your soulmate know you have a twin flame? Yes, he does. Does your soulmate know that you're doing a YouTube channel on twin flames? Yes, he does. Here's the difference between me and anyone else I feel like I've come across. That's not true. There's other people that have the same opinion or the same, whatever, but it's like they're so rare and few. Here's the difference. Ready? I know that my twin is not who I'm supposed to physically be with in this lifetime. I know that's really going to just piss a lot of people off. I'm sorry. Does that mean that everybody's journey is like mine? No, absolutely not. Are there twins that are in union? Yes, absolutely. But is every single twin meant to be in union with their counterpart? No, absolutely not. What would be the point of that? You see what I'm trying to say? So my purpose is to come out here and show the twins that are not going to be in 3D union. You're not celebrities. You're not some big people with big followers. You're not someone that's going to has this huge crowd to show and what unconditional love is by example. Okay. You may be later, but at this time you are not, right? And that means that you're in separation. That means that you are not with your, what we call divine counterpart. I don't really necessarily think there's anything divine about some of these counterparts, but that's a whole other show. But here's the thing. Here's what I have learned about my journey that I know without a doubt. It's about the purpose. There's a purpose. If we ignore the purpose, then we met this person and experienced all of these experiences for no reason at all, just to be in pain. And that makes no sense to me. You see what I'm trying to say? So I do feel like Capricorn, there could be an energy where you feel like there's some sort of third party because of some sort of spiritual connection. I do feel like that could have been what's been holding you up. But again, the moon told us right away, it's an illusion. The world card comes out with the sun. I do feel like you may be trying to control a few things. And we have 9 of Cups. It's also possible here, because I did feel like Spirit's been watching you and Spirit's been seeing how how you're coming at things with unconditional love, how you've been very patient. And I do feel like it's possible that you are granted something that causes you happiness, right? Like the world, the new opportunity that opens up for you could very much be like divine wishes being granted, the thing you've been waiting for. On the bottom is the Hierophant. How interesting, right? The Hierophant, definitely some Taurus energy there. I love that. This eclipse is going to be so powerful for so many people. All right, guys. I didn't see any numbers drop when I spoke the facts. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. I feel like people are getting tired of hearing the sappy BS. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they're thinking about you. Oh, they're waiting for you. No, they're not. They're off making babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. But I feel like once people want to get realistic about the journey, then that's when the real power comes in, right? That's when the manifestation comes in. And that's when you become your own Queen of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? All right. Guidance for Capricorn. We have the dream and journey. I'm going to love looking this one up because I've been getting it a lot. So Capricorn, let's see. The message: journey inwards to uncover insights and information that will be important for your path. Then follow that guidance. I love it. In other words, don't look on the outside for answers. Look on the inside. I feel like I'd have to disagree with that because I'm definitely on this journey and I definitely love my soulmate with all of my heart. But that's something that I've learned from this journey is I think the reason that we have to go through this journey is so that we can learn unconditional love. And what does that mean? That means we love everything and everyone to full capacity with no expectations. So does that mean I'm only supposed to love one person in this lifetime? No, I don't believe so. All right, Capricorn, meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. We did see that meditation one, right? Communication is key. New moon in Gemini, those are twin energy. And last one, luck is on your side. I love it. It's the new moon in Sagittarius. All right, Capricorn, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, please hit that like button, like, share, comment, subscribe, follow, all those very good things. It does help my channel grow, and I do appreciate each and every one of you. All right, guys, that is going to be the Earth signs for November 6th through November 12th. Thank you so much for coming in here and hanging out with me. I'm going to clean up a little bit. I will offer free readings at this time. So if you guys have any questions or if you're just wanting guidance, now is the time. Just let me know in the comments and I will pick a few and we can pull a few cards. It's fact. Wow. I don't argue with people that have the facts. I just wait. Soulmates are awesome. Exactly, right? And we have more than one soulmate. And the best relationship I've ever had in my whole life is a love relationship with a soulmate. Soulmates are people who put equal effort. Does it mean it's perfect? Yeah, no. But it definitely heals. I feel like whenever, here's an example. Whenever Junior gets on my nerves and I tell him, he stops doing whatever that thing was. You see what I'm saying? Hi, Vanessa. Vanessa on Facebook. All right. No problem, Vanessa. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. All right, Vanessa. So I think I'm going to stick with the Heal Yourself reading cards. I do feel like Spirit asked me to pull those out for this live. So I'm going to stick with those. We'll pull one out to see what you're working with. And then we'll do a little past, present, future with the tarot. All right. It's so true. And me too. Me too. No two journeys out of all the work I've done. No two journeys are exactly the same. Thank you, Miss Tina. Have a good night. All right, Vanessa, here we go. 2 came out. So we have Inner Child and Hole in the Soul. So Vanessa has been with me for a minute. Temptation, Vanessa. So definitely spiritual connection, right? Definitely spiritual bond. I do feel like it's possible that if you have 16 and 36, I feel like it's possible that you're in a separation, like you're not with this person. That's why the hole in the soul, that's why he's like skeleton form. I do feel like you feel like you're withering, or it's like you're I don't know. I did get the word withering. You definitely are longing. The hole in the soul, when you're on the twin journey, until you understand what union is, that's another thing. We're talking about all the hot topics today, aren't we? But union, I feel like you're in union all the time. I don't think that 3D separation was something that was always experienced. I went back to like the Egyptians, and I don't see 3D separation there as I do when you come this way down the timeline, right? So I do feel like that's something that like modern times has caused due to the fake stories about what this journey is. And so that hole in the soul is actually your what is the word? I don't want to use cord, but that's what it is. It's the pull, it's the cord that's attaching you to the person or to the thing, or it's a person. But I hate to say that because you're not really attached. You're one soul. You're always whole. You're always in union. You don't have to like physically be standing next to some person to be in union. You see what I'm trying to say? But I understand that that's why you're feeling this pain. So what I'm getting here, inner child, I'm getting like a little bit of masculine energy and a little bit of feminine energy because collectively, divine masculine is dealing with inner child wounds. I feel like the feminine energy is very much already healed those type of wounds collectively in our tribe. And Vanessa's been with us for a minute, right, Vanessa? So I do feel like you are, you're feeling the pull, and you may be feeling it a little bit harder because you're actually feeling your masculine's energy, your counterpart's energy. I do feel like they're dealing with inner child wounds. They could have been going through some sort of separation through of something else. Like, a lot of masculines, it's work situations, like job situations, and they start to feel a little bit of like abandonment and rejection type of issues. That could be causing you, like you could be feeling that energy. You see what I'm saying? So it may not necessarily be your energy. Like maybe Vanessa was on her, doing her life and everything was okay. And then I would say the last 2, 3, 4 days, you're feeling this kind of pull. It's going to go dead center of your chest, like where your heart chakra is. And it's definitely that energy that attaches you, right? But what I'm getting is that when you understand union, when you understand that you're already together, you're already one, this energy, like for me, I don't want to say that I don't feel the hole in the soul. I feel the space. Does that make sense? It no longer hurts me. I don't have pain. Um, and I can't really say that. When I don't follow my purpose, there was a little bit of a period where I was kind of questioning, do I keep going? I was hitting a lot of like the monetization snags. That's when I was like, worried about the money. We're not here to be millionaires, right? That's not the purpose. So I let the monetization go. If they want to monetize me, yay. If they don't, whatever, right? But anyway, like I definitely went through this little bit of a period of like, do I want to keep doing this, right? Do I want to keep pushing this situation? Or do I just want to go do something else? And again, I already know the answer to that because I've seen other people try to go do something else. Now I can do something, like I can still follow my purpose and not read tarot. You see what I'm saying? As long as I'm following my purpose, which is the sharing and teaching of unconditional love, it doesn't matter what tool I use to do that. But if I decide I'm going to stop altogether, well, that's not going to quite work out, right? When that was happening, when I was experiencing those emotions, and you guys will remember it was just not very long ago, I definitely got a little bit of the hole in the soul feeling again. And it scared me because I don't want that feeling ever again. I don't ever want to feel like I need someone else, another human, to make me whole. You see what I'm saying? That's not the point of this journey. That's not why Spirit put us down here and said, hey, please go do this so that you could be feeling miserable the whole time. That's not the point. But I do feel like, Vanessa, it's your person here and you here. I'm going to pull a bridging energy instead of the past, present, future, because we're clearly getting a current energy. Okay, so we have say what you mean here. So here's another hot topic in the twin journey. Ready? All right, so we have 16, 36, and 18. The sixes is not going to be a coincidence, Vanessa. Remember, sixes come after 5. I always say sixes are your acceptance of the change. 5s are change, right? So some sort of change has happened. And I don't feel like neither of you like it. Most likely it's no communication. Maybe you went complete silence, something like that. And now you both have this issue of you feeling like there's something you need to say. Again, this happened to me in my own journey, and it kind of made it so that our separation, everybody kind of, I mean, I don't like it, but I feel like we kind of all need to go through it. Just so we have that confirmation. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you want to be in pain, go be in pain. But now that it's done, you see it's still there. You still have to do these things. Nothing's changed. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I will say is I feel like it caused our separation period to be delayed. like when I first started and came out here, I was not in separation. I was in full communication with my twin, which was really beneficial to me in my journey because I was able to confirm, right? I was able to ask, hey, what is this? You see what I mean? And so that was helpful, but it did cause the separation period to be more and more delayed, right? And so I used to think that I had to communicate physically with the person, right? Like I had to talk to them. They had to be in front of me. You know what I'm saying? And after I've went through this journey and I've learned as much as I've learned that's clearly not the case, right? It's your soul. It's you. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to physically be in front of anyone. When there are two twins in 3D, here in the 3D, because I don't believe that all twins are. I mean, think about it. What happens if you're on the twin journey and then your twin dies? What does that mean? That your soul wasn't really on a twin journey? Does it mean that you're no longer, oh, cut off? Nope, you're not doing it no more. You see what I'm saying? That's ridiculous, right? But I used to believe that until Spirit taught me that that's ridiculous. So here's what I'm going to say, Vanessa. This is going to be about telepathy. You need to really go within, connect, and use telepathy. And I just want to say, if that sounds hard to you guys, if it seems like crazy or weird or woo woo, I have this really good meditation that I use. It's from Cassidy Kane. She's Twin Flames 1111 on Facebook. If you guys don't know, I do strongly encourage you to check her out. She has a lot of beneficial information every week. But there's a meditation that she gives out. It's free. You can go to her page and find it. Vanessa, if you would like it, just send me an email and I will email it back to you. The email should be scrolling across the bottom of the screen. But it's like a 10 or 15 minute meditation. It is a guided meditation, and it helps you connect. It helps you take your masculine energy and your feminine energies and connect. And I do feel like that could be what you need right now, Vanessa. That could help you get this communication through. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful, Vanessa. All right. That's so weird. So all I can do is work on me. That's so funny. There was that reminds me, there was this thing. I seen one of these memes or this little like quote thing on Facebook. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. Thank you. That said, sometimes like when we're in trouble, do you ever notice that the last thing we do is pray? It's like the last thing we do, and it should be like the first thing we do, right? But I just seen that this morning. So how interesting. Miss L and Echo definitely have helped out our engagement rate today for sure. So thank you guys. I'm gonna have to go back and watch and see what it was about. All right. Is there anyone else? I don't want to miss anyone. I want to go ahead and show you guys the new schedule. I know everybody should be pretty used to it by now. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius every Monday, and earth signs every Tuesday. So that's today. We did Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Tomorrow we're going to do Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces every Wednesday. And every Thursday we're going to do Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All of these are at 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I believe we're fixing to move to Central Standard Time, aren't we? Yeah. Oh, the daylight savings. 2 p.m. Central Time, guys. All right. I was scared. Echo. When my soulmate, well, my soulmate was part of our soul tribe. So I didn't go real far. But when I realized like what was happening, I was really nervous because was told that I'm supposed to wait and that I'm supposed to, get 10 cats and I'm supposed to heal and have a spiritual awakening. So I very much pushed him away for, a good minute. But there was a few things that Spirit let me know right away. I'm going to tell you some of these synchronicities. Are you ready? So, my first husband, my karmic husband, I was married to for 20 years, who I got divorced from when I had my spiritual awakening. His first and middle name is my soulmate's first and last name. I know, right? Miss L, tell her it's confusing. Here's another one. Ready? My twin is a Scorpio sun and a Capricorn moon. And my soulmate is a Capricorn sun and a Scorpio moon. Let me think of some more. Oh, that's enough, right? There's more. There's the Geminis in their charts. You know what I'm saying? The planet that my twin and my karmic both have in Gemini, so does my soulmate. They almost match up to the degree. So, I mean, like I could keep going because there's several of them. But I feel like when the right person comes, it feels right. When the wrong person comes, you feel like you're meant for someone else. You see what I'm trying to say? So, does that mean that you've met your soulmate and let them go? No, I don't believe so. I believe that when it happens, there's so many signs that it's impossible to let them go. I know I tried. I asked Junior. I pushed him back for quite some time. But he's still with me. Can you believe it? And supports me and encourages me to go forward on my journey every day. So it's out there, guys. It can happen. But I think we get so much misinformation and it causes us to stray off that path. And then that's why when things like eclipses happen, we're like, man, this sucks. It's so difficult. The energy's heavy. Why is everything so hard? Because we've strayed so far. That's why. Absolutely. All right, guys. So I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate you guys all coming in. Hi, Jenna. Jenna always comes in at the end to say hi to me. I hope you come back and use those timestamps, Jenna. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys all so very much. I don't think, even if that's not like your forever soulmate, I don't think there's anything wrong with loving someone. If there's someone in your life at the moment and it's not your twin, it's most likely because that person needed healing of some sort. And any twin that I've seen is some sort of spiritual healer. So yeah, most likely it's gonna have something to do with that. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I had a great time talking about all of this, though. That reminds me, I don't even know why I said I'm going to wrap it up because I totally have to go over here and grab this thumbnail. Guys, I have set up our next November Twin Flame Energy Update. I set it up for Wednesday night. So Wednesday night, we're going to look at divine masculine, divine feminine energies. We're going to look at the bridging energy. And then, of course, we're going to do the head, heart, and higher self space. I'm just trying to grab that picture really quickly so you guys will recognize it when you see it. There it is. Sorry, I made like 12 thumbnails today. All right, here it is, guys. So this is what we're doing on Wednesday night. We did the first one live last month, remember? I do have a playlist of these on my channel for each month, except for the couple that I missed. I've been doing this for 2 years, guys. So it's getting up there, right? I think I'm over 1,000 videos now. But we're going to do this one live. We did the last month's live and it went really, really well. So we're going to do this one live also. Guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about Venus and Mars. Venus at the beginning of 2022, moving into position of definitely where like divine feminine was awakening, right? This is the end of 2022, and now the masculine is moving in and awakening. And what it is, and when I say awakening, I don't mean like they're having spiritual awakening. I believe like mini twins are starting to understand the meaning of union, and the masculine is coming in to join the feminine. And when I say join, it's again because, like I said earlier, I believe you're already in union. I believe that there's just a misunderstanding of what that means, what that is. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that Wednesday night. And then we're going to do our current energy update. I, of course, will offer free energy updates at the end, guys. So make sure to come and join us. And I believe I set that for 7 p.m., guys. All right. I'm going to get off here. Oh, thank you, Jenna. I appreciate you guys so very much. I'm always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you, guys.